Don't fall for the okie doke, because I did. Scam alert, scam alert. Do not fall. They promise you the world. The sky is pink. Your shirt is green. The money is white. Do not fall for it, because I sure did. I did something today. I just got back from my travel assignment. Welcome back. This is Patrice. The other day I went on a travel assignment as a correctional nurse. Now, I got in touch with a friend of mine. I said, here's a position, they paying reasonable, let's go together. She went ahead of me. And so while she was settled, you know, we go ahead of each other and then she'll let me know. I didn't talk to her for a while. This is going to be a short story time and we're going to discuss a little. I'm not going to stay long because I'm out here burning in the sun trying to figure out what kind of food I want to grow. Anyway, so she went ahead and so I was supposed to meet. She said she working that night. They put me on night shift. I was praying, God, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's night shift. I can hardly stay awake. But I got on the plane. This is like 3 days ago. I got on the plane and I was contemplating, you know, you got that funny feeling like, why did I take this contract? But I was excited about it. It's a different environment that I've never been into, being a correctional nurse in a different state that I've never been. I wanted to explore it, to see the city, to see what's new there. Anyway, so I got there, got my hotel, and the night I was supposed to work, and I got the direction and took a Uber and went to work in the correctional facility. As I pull up the facility, first of all, I drove and I couldn't find it. They always have correction somewhere hidden in the boondocks where no gas station is. I'm glad I wasn't driving that night. It was still daylight, but 7 p to 7 a. Anyway, I found it after a few turns, and you know, navigation never take you where you want it to take you. It take you to explore the city. I don't know why. So anyway, I pulled up and couldn't get in the building because, you know, I don't know if they were short-staffed. Nobody was at the front desk, so I had to ring the bell, wait forever for the officers to open the door. So I'm already late, and I like to be early and sitting in the parking lot, but this time I was extremely late. So I'm gonna just say, when they asked me, I was waiting on the officer to open the door. So anyway, I went in, the officer came, and I went in, he said, have a seat, somebody will come to get me. So I noticed I'm taking observation. I look at the parking lot. When I was driving in, there's no cars, and the facility in the front desk, you know, the front desk always look nice and clean and smell good. But I don't know what's behind, just like the nursing home. The front desk always look good until you venture through the adventurous scent. So I had to wait maybe about 30 minutes. Then somebody came out, a nurse, I assume, came to get me because the officer put in a call, somebody need to escort to medical, which is me. So I got to The nurse came out, didn't really introduce herself. She looked at, you guess. So she took me back to medical. Didn't really tell me her name. I can't tell you her name right now. I don't even know it. She was a day shift nurse. When I got to medical, I saw all these nurses. I said, oh my God, what did I get myself into? First of all, when I was in the building, the front desk, I'm calling my friend, are you there? Are you there? Because I'm already late. Are you in the building? No answer. She didn't answer me. So I figure she probably in there and her phone is off. She can't hear me. So when I went in, I looked around. I didn't see her because she would be number 1 black and I would be number 2. And believe it or not, you need somebody to cover your back. So I looked around, I didn't see her, and I got tense, and I went in the bathroom texting. She didn't answer me all night. I said, okay, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. By then, because she didn't answer me, I didn't see her show up. I kept asking the nurses. They probably said, why she keep asking? I said, well, the note said that there was going to be me and another new nurse. Did she come? They said, no, she quit. I said, what? She got ahead of me 2 days before me, and I came in, and you mean to say she quit already? And that's my friend. That's why she didn't answer the phone. She didn't answer the phone that night. And I kept texting. I said, you know you're wrong. You made me come all the way, take the plane, and come all the way out here, and you quit. And I was going hard on her. Wait now. Hear the story out. Please, before I continue, give me a thumbs up, share, like, so that YouTube give me some like, give me some followers. Please follow this channel. I may not be like the others. I may not articulate the way they are. My thumbnails, my introduction might be off, but I got a message, and you can learn from these little tidbits that I have. So give me some followers, please. Follow this, share this, like it. YouTube need to see that. Anyway, so I was on her night. Anyway, the nurse came over. You know, they don't have no name badge, so I don't know their name. I don't know their title. She didn't really say anything to me. Mark you, I'm the only blackie right now. They kind of ignore me. She was at the cart. She was pulling meds like crazy, and I guess she was supposed to orient me, but she was just pulling the meds, and I would just tag along. I said, oh, it's going to be like that. It's going to be that type of night, right, Patrice? So she talked. Eventually, she showed me, you know, I tag along with her to the pod. She gives out med. She go from cell block to cell block giving meds. Day number 1, it went off good. Day number 2, she still give meds. Still, she's supposed to be orient me. I don't know what kind of orientation is this. I'm just following her, and she's showing me the pods. Not the procedure, not the policy. Nobody came to introduce themselves. I'm talking about nurses. I'm not talking about the officer. Officer don't have nothing to do with me right now. I'm with medical. She don't have a name band, so I don't know if she's an RN or LPN, because she was doing the meds so fast. And then they throw me in intake. I know a little bit about intake, so I can hang in there. Whatever I don't know, then I call her, because she just walk off, and me, I have to figure it out. Officer helped me a little, because they work in there. Anyway, so this is day 2. Day 2, the same thing. Day 3. Day 3 come. First of all, while she was giving, before I get to day 3, while she was giving meds, I was noticing that the it looked easy to me, but something that looked easy may not be easy to you if you don't know how to cut corners. That's what I'm saying. So day 3, I come in, introduce myself. I said to her the night before that I would like to do like maybe one of the pods or maybe 2 or 3 of the pods, and I'm still on orientation. It's supposed to be 3 days. I guess they give you agency nurse orientation. And then once I get the orientation, I could be on my own. So I said, I want to do some of the pods while you precept me or follow me. I asked her. And whenever I come in tonight. So day 3, I went in. I was on time this time. And I was in a good spirit, yes. I was finally on my way. I'm going to give, when I walk in, I thought we agreed on it, that I was going to do 2 or 3 pods of medication. When I walk in, as usual, I usually say, hello, how are you? How do you? Good day to the day shift. Nobody answer. Nobody answer. Nobody care that you come in, exit. I don't know the vibes I was getting. I started getting it the second day. The vibes, what I was getting was a little familiar to when your salary leak out. Being an agency nurse, you protect that. But if the management, if the nurse manager, if the administrator, which they friends with their friends and they may go to coffee, they may be friends outside of work, will leak that out. And if it leak out that the agency nurse makes more than the staff, you started to see the way they react to you. And I felt that it was leaked out. And the reason why I said that is day 3, like I said, I went in and she said, oh, you're going to give meds today. You're going to give all the meds. When I said I had this anxiety that I never had, when I was trying to pour med, I said, well, who made that decision? How do you just throw me to the wolf without, we agreed that we're going to slowly do this? Because I haven't give medication to 1,000+ inmate in a long time. That's in Philadelphia. And here I am in this facility that is predominantly, and here I am thrown into it. No, that's it. That's a rotating. You're going to have to rotate with medication, and you got to rotate to sick call, and you got to rotate to here, and you got to rotate to there. There was an emergency. She sent me up there, and if I'm on orientation, she was supposed to come with me because I don't know what to do. I mean, I know based on my clinical skill, but there should be policy that you take this bag, emergency bag, go see the inmate or whatever. I guess they don't have all that. So she said, you're going to do all the meds, right? I'm saying, who approved that? I thought I was still on orientation. I thought it was 3 days orientation. And today is my 3rd day. She said, well, that's what the HSA, that's what the administrator wants. I said, okay. The day shift nurse said, do you want to count? So I count the narcotics and proceed to get the meds together. Now, based on the procedure that they have, that's what I see her doing. That what I will not do, but I had to take a chance and do it because this is the pods they had me doing. A, B, C, D, E, and F. That's 1. Then I had to do 9 and 10 and 11 pod. That's the numbers. That's 9 so far. And then I have to do the people that go to work. That's 10 pods. And then I have to do insulin for all the people that has it. That's, I would say that's number 12 situation. And then I have to do blood pressure and weights, everything by myself that she didn't show me day 1 and day 2 or tell me about. But today she threw me in. And you know why she did that? Because Blondie friend, another one, was coming and she need to catch up with her friend. And they both decided that me was going to be the target. I should do all the meds while they sit and they talk. And I'm not saying that literally. I was trying to give meds, trying to prepare for the meds, and the 2 of them was by my cart, just yap, 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 yap. Oh, this, that, that. I haven't seen you for a long time. This, that, that. And I was quiet until one of them leaked it out. She said, I'm trying to get my RN. You know, the RNs, they make a lot of money. I said, oh, God, it's leaked out now. She said she's an LPN, so you had the LPN orient me. It gets better. So I think that's where the salary leak out. And I started to see resentment. So she was on and on and on, and I'm trying to give meds. And as I always tell you, when you're trying to give meds, you don't need anyone around you talking, distracting you, because you have to be in total focus so you don't make a mistake. Let me tell you, I had to do something I don't even like to do. I turned to Blondie and I said, can you shut up? Can you just shut up? I'm trying to give meds and you just yap, yap, yap. She said, oh, I just want to catch up with my friend. I haven't seen her for many years. Do they care about you? Family. Does that look like any nurse care about me? No. I was like, what? I learn a lot about these and I don't like is to be pushed in. I don't like to take an assignment where I am the only black nurse. And that's why I wanted my friend to come. And I will talk to her in the morning, but I'll let you know what she said. Because I know it's going to be trauma on my side. So anyway, they had all these envelopes, and I left that envelope. I bought the envelope out here, but I must have left it in the house. Anyway, they have these envelopes, and what they do, they pack it with meds. They had so much sheet, so much envelope for me to go through and draw up the insulin and put it on the roller thing and put all these bags. Remember, I had 12 pods to medicate at 9 o'clock. I came in at 7. I start fixing the thing. Papers was all over the place. Envelope, I didn't know which one was A, B, C, D, E, F. All I had was names. So after I tried to pour all of them, I thought my orientee would be behind me, trying to help me out to get on to be successful, to not fail. But no, they were yip, 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 yap, 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 yap. Oh, I'm at the Marriott and I have valet parking and the breakfast was so good. Oh, girl, did you see the diamond that Jane get? I was overwhelmed. I was flustered. I've never in my life been in this situation. I know how to give meds. I've done a lot of pods before, but this one was a little different. I never had to put it in envelopes because I have to, by the time each names, I had to go back on these sheets. They don't have med books now. They have sheets. You got to print out the computer and you got to go to it and pour the meds and put it in the envelope. I can't determine based on the color pills that I'm giving you Effextra. I can't know based on the color of pill that I'm giving you Zyprexa. I can't tell based on the pill if it's a blood pressure meds or not. I'm not going to make that guesswork. So I'm used to having the blister pack in front of me. First of all, I couldn't find their meds. They didn't have enough meds. So this place was chaotic. This place was disorganized. The staff was rude. They talked to you in certain kind of way. Here I am, the only RN in the building. They needed my back. They needed my title. These were LPN trying to orient me, which wasn't, once they know it's the RN and they make it more, they have a target on your back. No, we shouldn't make more than them. She said, I'm going to go to school to be an RN. You know, because I've been doing what RN do for so many years. And I don't knock her because I was an LPN. So I'm not knocking anybody. Just like when you work with a nurse and she treat the CNA bad, I'm not going to knock the CNA. I was never a CNA, but I'm not knocking anybody down. I'm trying to uplift. So anyway, I digress. So from 7, I've been trying to get this med pass together. So I had to put it in these bills. I said, God, please don't let me make a mistake. Please don't make, I need my license. I didn't come all the way, take this 5-hour plane ride to lose a license right now. God, please let me keep it together. I was quiet. I put everything in and get all the insulin, get their snack, get the weight machine, get the blood pressure cuff. And they told me this big old cart, the big old cart like this, to push it to every unit. And I said, oh, my sister Lucy, what you gonna do now? You know, you got to laugh. You got to laugh because they sold me the okie doke and I buy the okie doke. They sold me the sky. They told me the sky was pink and I bought that. The moon was blue and I took it for granted. That's what the recruiter said. Oh, it's easy. It's easy. You don't have to do nothing all night. This is a perfect assignment for you. Is the recruiter there? No, whatever they told the recruiter in her mind, they desperate for nurse. When I say they desperate, because prior, as I walk in, I asked about my friend, they say, she quit. I said, oh, that's why she didn't answer the phone. But I talked to her in the morning, tell her my experience. She didn't answer the phone. So anyway, 7 o'clock, I pour the meds. This is like 9 o'clock now. I'm still trying to get these meds together. The officer kept calling. Who's coming down to get? Because, you know, they get restless. Those inmates, they want their medication. And if you're not there on time, they irritate the officer. And then the officer wants to relax, which I understand. They already locked down. They locked down for the night, so they want their medication. So 9:30, I'm still pouring. So she said, it's going to be a while because the new nurse, you know, pouring the meds. Sorry. The new nurse pouring the meds. So it's going to take her a while. She's slow. 10 o'clock, I was still pouring. And now, believe me, I was sweating. 10:45, I went to the pot. No, the inmates are already upset. Hey, auntie, what take you so long? Auntie. And there's cattle call and all that. And I didn't have the right. I had to figure out how to get their meds, borrow from Peter to pay Paul their meds. Each individual should have their own meds, but they didn't. So it was hard for me to do. And every cell block, I gave them the meds. I guess it didn't look like what they had because I had to borrow from other people. It's the wrong meds. I don't take that. It's the wrong meds. I don't take that. And I started worrying. Did I give them the wrong meds? So the officer said, maybe you need to go back to medical so that you can double check to be sure, because every cell you go to, they say it's the wrong meds. I don't know if they were playing with my head, the inmates, because I was new the first time they see my face and it wasn't clear enough. And the people in the cell looked just like me, but I wasn't fair enough. I wasn't like that fence. So I went back with the officer and said, he said, I want you to be sure, because I know a lot of RNs and you don't want to, he didn't really say RN. I don't think he know my title. He probably assumed I was an RN, but I am. He said, a lot of nurses may lose their license. You don't want to do that. I said, thank you. Yeah, you're right. Because at this point, I don't know if I did the right thing, and I'm just so confused right now. So he said, go back and check. So I go back and check, and I asked the person who was supposed to come with me now, the person who was to check me, because they have this checkoff. I don't know what checkoff, because usually in orientation, they give you a package of what to give your preceptor that she's going to check you off. So she looked over the meds and see that, whatever. Insulin, you had to draw it up before you go to the pod and put it in the bin. How likely, I'm going to ask you this, how likely do you think it's easy to make mistake? You already pre-poured the insulin. You have it with their name. You may be so flustered because the inmates be angry and they want stuff and you coming in late. You may pick up the wrong. It could be easily. I had to catch myself because I was about to give the wrong meds. Yes, I was about to make the likely mistake that I would not be here to tell you that I am still a nurse, because it was so much meds, so much pods. And at night shift in prison or jail, they come out. In this case, they didn't come out for meds, but I had to go door to door. I would have preferred, you know what? Yeah, it's better door to door than them coming to me and making me sweat and be flustered anymore. So I had to go door to door. And I went back to the, sorry, my nose itching, allergy. I had to go back and I double checked. And you know how much envelope it is. I had to go and make sure I put the unit I'm going to and their cell number based on those sheets that I didn't look over. And I didn't know because my orientee was busy catching up with her friend. I finished the med pass around 2 o'clock, which is not the norm. I should have finished it. You have an hour before and an hour after, but I started late. I poured from 7 to about 10:30, and then I went down and I had to go back to correct, make sure all their medication is right, and then go back down and gave it to them. And everything went well. And at 2 a.m., at that point, I've already decided in my mind what I was going to do. The reason why I stayed and I gave the medication. If you watch my channel, you know I always talk about easy way for you to lose your license. And at that moment, they may have thought that I was going to lose my license. They may have thought I would do something stupid. They may have thought that I did not know the particulars in nursing. But I knew in my pocket there was something that was holding me back. And the money that they pay me didn't matter. The money that they think they paying me, which is, nothing. I decided to take the assignment because I want to explore the city that I never been to. And it was correctional, which I thought easy. And get me wrong, the facility was clean. The officers were polite. They had some hiccups when I watched the nurse. In my heart, I didn't agree with some of the things that she was doing. I don't agree with pre-pouring so much